Welcome back, my Vigorous Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Hope you guys are doing well. Having a great day. On your purpose. Running errands around here. I'm going to do one more video, I think, for now. As I'm driving to go and teach. So, once again, thank you for all the comments and the video and the subscriptions. And the likes and comments is greatly appreciated, as well as donations. I appreciate that as well. And we're going to talk about letting other people define you, which is interesting. And talking to the men here, you should never let a woman define you. And for the women in the audience, you should never let the man define you. The idea, guys, is that you need to be the prize. You're the person that has to be the person who is the prize in the situation. And if you do not look at yourself like that, then it's easy to go ahead and start losing all your energy. Now, any kind of relationship, there's always a lot of give and take, and there's always a win-win compromise type situations for a relationship to work well. But you should have goals and plans and ideas about what you want to accomplish so that you're not going ahead and kind of following somebody else and just kind of going along with them. So no matter who you are, it's really very difficult to live a life that's not your own. And what I mean by that is if you don't have goals and ideas, then you're not going to succeed, and eventually it's going to come back to haunt you as far as losing energy, losing those type of things you want to have. Now, I'm talking about not letting anybody define you. If we talk men in specific here, you should never be defined by the woman you have. Now, what I mean by that is that, we all going to have good-looking people around us. You're going to have somebody at some point, especially when they're younger, is going to look outstanding, right? They're going to look beautiful. But and you'll probably get some praise, right? People say this is a nice person you're going out with or married to. But don't let that stop you from achieving the goals, from staying on your purpose, because what's going to drive in the long run your success is your purpose, your control. The control leads to the confidence, and that leads to communication, and that leads to success. And so you never want to get to the point where you're being defined by another person. Women in the audience, if you're viewing this, never be defined by the man who is with you as well. You need to have those things you're doing that is special. Now, that could be anything, right? They could be volunteering at a church. They could be working on an art, be an artist. It could be working a regular business job during the day. Those type of things. I'm going to move my camera a little bit here. Those type of things are all goals and achievements, things that you want to achieve. If you want to be a great parent, then you're a great parent, okay? But here again, even a great parent, you're not going to be defined by and only known because of your kids. Kids may do well. The kids, you may raise them well. They're doing wonderful things out there. But you still have to be defined by you. You have to be defined by the values you have, the drive you have, all that ambitions you have, and that's really what the key is. Never be defined by another person. Always focus on your plan, your purpose, your goals, and where you want to get next. And that is going to be the key to a lot of the success you're going to have. Now, why do we get into these situations? Well, let's talk about a few reasons. One, you get into a relationship with someone who is a beautiful person, right? They're attractive. They get a lot of attention, right? A lot of times, and I'm kind of talking to men more than women in this case. If you're a male and you got an attractive female, that female is going to get lots of attention. So you're going to be spending a lot of time, right? If you choose to, spend a lot of time worrying about her and, thinking about, other men hitting on her all the time, right? And taking her away from you. Those type of things are things that are just going to destroy you, all right? Obviously, if you're on your purpose and your goal, those things won't matter. Now, why is that? Well, once again, we go back to the confidence and the energy you have on your purpose. When you're on your purpose, you have something that 99% of people don't have. That's why you're on this 1% club. And women and men notice that. They're going to be attracted to you. And therefore, you have something that others do not have. Why would someone cheat on you if you have that 1% mentality? They want that 1%. They're not gonna threaten to lose that by doing something stupid, because they know that you're a person of high value, and it's very difficult to find those type of people. Now, do people make mistakes? Of course, we all make mistakes. But the thing about it, guys, is that you don't want to be defined by the person you're with or the people you're with. I don't care if it's a group, those type of mentalities. Now, a lot of times with group situations, a lot of us get caught up in being identified with the group. That's another bad mistake. You need to be individual. A warrior is not, even though a warrior is in an army with a commander-in-chief, that warrior is an individual type person. They may choose to be part of a team like you would in athletics or something like that. But you're defined as a person you are. You could be associated with a winning team. You could be associated with a club. You could be associated with somebody else as a partner. But the thing is, you have to be defining yourself from day to day. And that starts with the purpose. That starts with knowing who you are, knowing your limitations and knowing your strengths, and being able to say, I'm going to achieve the goals. I'm going to be the type of person I want to be. I will be the best person, the best version of myself there is. And that's something you can't replace, and that's something no one else can take credit for unless you let them do that. If you go around saying, okay, well, I'm the boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife of this person, well, it's fine to say once in a while, because in actuality, that's the truth. However, in actuality, that's not how you want to be identified by, right? You want to be identified by your accomplishments and things like that, right? And when you're looking at those type of things, you want to make sure that you understand that this is what you are. And you have to be sure about, as you get older, who you are and what you want to accomplish. So that's why we say that no other person and no other thing should define you. Yes, you may have accomplished something. Great. I have a doctorate. That's great. But I still don't know a lot of things. I didn't know when I finished a doctorate, and I still don't know now, years later. The idea is that you keep learning, but you're not defined by your successes either. You're defined about who you are. And you're defined about that type of individual who is the character, the backbone, the types of warrior mentality that you want to have. And that's why I say that no matter what kind of achievements you make, no matter how much money you make, no matter who's around you, you are not defined by any of that. You're really defined by your own ability, right, to be successful in the things that you want to be successful in. And that comes from within. And once again, going back to our C model, that comes from that confidence. And the confidence comes from the control. And if you are in control yourself, then you're going to be happy. You're going to be peaceful. And it doesn't matter who says what, right? You don't really care what people say. Because as you go along, you're basically doing the things that you want to do, you feel you need to do, because that's the important thing, right? And the important thing is to be able to say, I can achieve this. I know I'm going to achieve this. And it's just a matter of when, not if, okay? And that's kind of the key to a lot of this situation. You know you're going to achieve things. You know you're going to be someone who's going to be strong. You know that you're a warrior. Now it's a matter of kind of going out and doing those type of things that are going to make you successful, and not being defined by other people, not worrying about what people say, and not really going out and saying, okay, I am a second fiddle. I'm a second person here. Now, I say that, guys, and I know that this is not right. And for the 1%ers out there, you guys know this, right? You know this. You've been on the journeys, you know this. But for those who are listening, and for those who see this around them, you can see this all the time. There are too many simps out there. There are too many people out there who are beta males, and not of their own doing. They're still willing accomplices at this point, but it's not a matter of that they're bad people. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm saying that because of society, we have made these type of people. We have made people who are beta males, who've learned that this is the way to somehow get some approval from women. Not the type of approval they want, but some approval, right? And they're brainwashed, like a lot of people are in society, that they have to act a certain way that the media tells us to. And you're becoming like walking zombies with people, with the media, because they're telling you that you need to, put women on a pedestal, put men on a pedestal, do this type of thing. And all of a sudden, now this person's not reacting in any kind of positive way. And the only time they react the way is when you're going your own way, and you don't give them all the attention, and you're acting like a normal person, right? You should not be fawning over anybody, my friends. You should not be sitting there and saying, okay, my life is dedicated to you. BS on that stuff. BS. You need to kind of think to yourself, saying, you're the prize here. It's okay to give attention to people once in a while if they earn it, right? If they earn your attention, give it to them. If there's somebody that's been around you, and someone that you're married to has been a great mother, a great, to the kids, well, yeah, of course, give her attention. If someone's been around you a long time, they've showed loyalty, they've done things, give them attention. Of course, they've earned it, just like you've earned it with them. But don't just give out attention, and don't just go ahead and identify with somebody because they're attractive, or there's somebody that then has a lot of money. This is going to fail you big time in the long run, because what you're going to do is look upon things as more materialistic and not things that are internal in you that need to come out for you to be successful. And once again, we go back to this whole idea that you've got to gain a grip on yourself. And if you've got a grip on yourself, then you have some level of control. And now I can go to the next step and gain some confidence because of that control. And then I can go ahead and then communicate success across the board. But it all starts with the idea of saying, I am going to be an individual person. I am not going to follow in a crowd. I'm not going to be like a sheep following other people. And it's easy to say that, but it's hard to do that. Standing up for yourself is not easy, right? We've all been there. I've been there many times before. I've had good and bad situations with it. Sometimes it's been a good thing, and sometimes it's been a bad thing, Sometimes I've gotten success and made money because of it. Other times I've been fired and not made money, Those things happen. But you've got to look yourself in the face, and at the end of the day, my friend, look yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, did I give it all I had? Is this who I am? Right? People will respect that. They may not agree with you, but that's different than respect. And the big thing is that you need to identify with yourself so you gain the respect of other people around you. All right, my friends, enough of this one for today. Hope you guys have a great day. Keep battling on, and we'll see you next time. Battle on.